Welcome to Biblical Unearthing. I am Steve Gartin. In these reports, we will be covering biblical prophecy about the end times, prophetic things that's happening, and some that will happen. While you're at it, don't forget to subscribe, hit that bell for notifications, and share this on your social medias. Russia and Turkey makes ties. Every time I speak about Gog and Magog or the Ezekiel War, I'm reminded that Turkey has yet to join the fold. Well, that has changed. As of Wednesday night, their Thursday, Russia and Turkey had formed agreements. Turkey has been having major issues with Israel, and now they've joined against Israel. Turkish President Tayyip Erdogan is trying to get the most out of Turkey's Western allies, while reality is allying with Putin. Back in July, the West wanted to maintain comfortable sleep over bitter facts that Erdogan unexpectedly greenlit Sweden's bid to join NATO. And now in the summit, they're joining Russia. The way of holiness, Isaiah 53:8 reads, "A highway shall be there, and a road, and it shall be called the highway of holiness. The unclean shall not pass over it, but it shall be for others. Whosoever walks the road, although a fool, shall not go astray." 19:23 and 24, "In that day there will be a highway from Egypt to Assyria, and the Assyrians will come into Egypt, and the Egyptians into Assyria, and the Egyptians will serve with the Assyrians. In the day that Israel will be one of three with Egypt and Assyria, a blessing in the midst of the land. As you have heard me say, they are now talking about making a train going from Egypt through Saudi Arabia into Israel for the third temple." Now, we know the third temple ain't here yet, but they're planning it. People of northern Iraq, northwestern Iran, southeastern Turkey, and eastern Syria, these people are also referred to as Chaldeans, Armenians, or Syriacs. A police state. Your freedom is now gone. You're marked a terrorist. The FBI has a special task force purposely to target Trump supporters and major MAGA members. The FBI is now labeling Christians as terrorists and a threat to this country's democracy. A pastor, about 4 days ago in California, came out of his church and was thrown to the ground and arrested. No information was released at all. Now, if you are preaching against the government and speaking anti-government, anything against their agenda, you are labeled a threat. Well, guess what? I'm a threat then, because I speak what God lays on my heart, and I will tell you the truth about the government, and they are corrupt. So more likely, pastors who preach the truth, and if any word of that goes against government and how they're corrupt and evil, we're being watched. Now, if you preach against the government, know that you're going to be deemed a threat. The way I see it, the government thinks I'm interesting enough to watch me. Watch away. I hope they see Jesus within what they read. We are now in a world where your vote is against you. If you vote a certain party or back a certain candidate, the government will target you. That is not me. The government is stating that. They are calling us the enemy within. Folks, our freedom is gone. And if the government threatens you and lists you as a threat, all because you do not agree with them and go with another candidate, you're not free. You're in tyranny. And yes, this is not my opinion. This is facts. They've released it and some media is covering it, and they do have a special task force purposely set out to watch social media and to watch what people are doing. If they're Trump supporters, if they're MAGA, they're now labeling Christians legitly as terrorists. Our freedom is gone. They are busting in doors with no warrants and arresting people for speech. Now, a couple days ago, I put a post and was told I was unbiblical for posting this. However, churches are now going to AI to deliver the entire service, sermon and all, not a man, and this is unbiblical. How do I mean? Well, Jeremiah 3:15 states, I will give you pastors according to mine heart, which shall feed you with knowledge and understanding. Not a robot, not an AI, a pastor. This is where churches are leading today, and it's so easy to see how the devil can have deception within this. The U.S. debt has no recovery. If you are going to go out, you might as well go out with a bang. At the beginning of June, our national debt was sitting at $31 trillion, and today has risen to $33 trillion. This means we have added almost $2 trillion of the national debt within only 3 months. It is the largest single debt in the entire history of our planet, and it will never be paid off. Our debt spirals have reached a terminal phase, and all we can do is prolong the agony. If we keep taking more debt at an exponential rate, we may not ever be able to pay. We're destroying our country by printing money that is of no value. Our politicians are doing this, and it's a crime against humanity. And I'm not just talking about the United States. All over the world, politicians have been doing this for decades, and it's not going away. This is going to be the opening for the digital currency. Putin aims to build a new world. Russian President Putin on Thursday said that the Russians' mission is to build a new world, and he blamed the Western military and financial pyramid scheme for Moscow's invasion to Ukraine. He invaded, and he's blaming us. We are, in fact, faced with the task of building a new world, Putin said. He claimed that the West spurred goodwill to Moscow and a new and fairer world order after the Soviet Union collapsed. Our readiness for constructive interaction is must understood as some submission and agreement to the world order. We will build by those who proclaim themselves as the winner of the Cold War, Putin's words. All these years, we have repeatedly warned that this approach is not only leading to death, but to a threat of military conflict. But one thing I can say is no one is going to listen to us. No one wanted to hear us then, and the arrogance of the West simply makes it clear. We're sitting here where if you believe in a candidate, or you vote a certain way, or you have religious values, your government is labeling you as a terrorist and a threat. Folks, if you're not seeing that we are at the final stretch by now, then the devil's got your eyes blinded so much. And I'm going to tell you right now, at any time, that trumpet's going to blow. At any time, things are going to break loose. This is mentioned in prophecy, and so many are not heeding the warnings. You better get things right with the Lord. So, subscribe, hit that bell, share this on social medias, hit the like button. God bless you.